Best of 7 show match between Classic and Byun for $200 begins here. We are our own sponsor this time at Meta Plays. Welcome everyone. This is Byun. He's playing Terran.
His opponent is in the top left. He is the blue Protoss, and he is Classic.
Classic indeed. This whole matchup is classic.
You know, I will say that TVP has grown on me a lot over the past couple of years. I never... don't want to say I didn't enjoy watching it, but for me it was always very clear. TVZ was the most enjoyable for me to watch, most enjoyable for me to play. While I do still prefer playing TVZ, watching TVPs has become a lot more interesting to me over, as I said, over that last couple of years. Like way back in Heart of the Swarm, a lot of the times you would get just a, Protoss would turtle up, go for a death ball, Terran would try to break them before they got to that point. Then you had a long meta, a relatively long meta anyway, with SCV pulls. Every once in a while you'll still see them in the current meta, but the matchup has just become so much more dynamic, and I think all around much more interesting and enjoyable to watch personally. What do you think?
I actually completely agree. I was gonna say that, I'm a Zerg player, so I have no business talking about this stuff, but actually I'm really enjoying it. And whenever it comes up in like GSL or the big ESL tournaments, you name it, I'm actually having a really good time watching those. Not so much the mirror matchups, but definitely TVP. Or
right.
DVT. Is that Reaper gonna get anything?
Yep, second probe there. That's pretty
Very
darn nice.
nice. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slippery bastard gets out, but that's fine.
Yeah, well, he's unique. He's a Byun Reaper. We know what those can do. They can actually get a whole patch made for them.
They can literally do anything.
Yeah. So, in addition to the 2 kills, which is fantastic enough on its own, Byun was able to scout that Twilight Council right as it went down.
He's hiding in the bushes. I love it. Gets away from the Adept and, I guess keeps tabs on the Adept? Surprised a little bit that he didn't go back, but wait, did he see the... Oh yeah, he did see it, okay. He did see the Twilight and the Blink.
Oh wow. That's, not a huge deal there, but definitely a matter of comfort to be able to have the Adept out on the map, and losing it there. It's just gonna put Classic in a bit of darkness where he probably would not want to be, especially against a player like Byun, who's so harassment heavy and he really likes early game attacks.
Yeah, that's why he's even here with this Hellion, but obviously the Gateway Wall-Off is not gonna allow the single Vroom to do any damage. Unfortunate. Very funny when it does, but
yeah.
Not today. Maybe next game. Double Mind Drop, however, now that has potential to do stuff.
For sure.
Put
So
the
the
pylon
pylon...
for safety.
Uh-oh. Had a brief lag spike there. So the pylon should spot that, I think. It's going to be pretty close. However, Byun is getting through the wall already at the natural.
What? Wait, is there a gap?
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. I was about to comment on the fact that Classic had a full wall, and now the mines are actually being dropped into the main, but Classic preemptively pulls.
Yeah, very
quick
good
reaction
pull.
there.
And nice blink in. Will probably escape the mine. Oh no, Byun unburrows. That's very good. That's how we like it. Ooh, get out. That's always nerve-wracking, when you move away, but the mine still somehow targets that last probe, and even though you feel like you're out of range, it still connects and decimates your entire stacked-up probe line.
Well,
not
Naka,
here. Very close though.
I've made my entire TVP career off of those moves.
It's a hell of a career.
Targeting probes. Oh, you better believe it, man.
If you guys aren't watching Symphonic stream, you're making a mistake. He does it every time. He would like proxy his barracks here, fly in, and the show begins.
Yeah, the factory, yeah. Yep. Heck of a career indeed, ladder warrior that I am. So, so I was just about to say I want to see what the transition is going to be for Classic. Obviously, he's not going for a super aggressive blink play. He has his third base well on the way, and he's getting Charge and Storm.
Can he take the show match by storm, though?
Are you sure? Sure you're not a dad there? You were asking me when I was going to bust out the dad jokes, but I don't think I have anything to top that one.
Beat you to it.
So good kiting here.
Wait, Byun made a Raven? Okay. Processing this right now. He doesn't like to do it, though. So, how come he's making it here for that purpose? Hey, what if he kept making them? Do you think that would be good against, like, Disruptors or Colossus? Not that we're seeing that kind of tech just yet. I mean, it's Storm, but...
It's a good question. People have thought this is a dangerous little attack here, actually. 1 second at the third base.
This is a great trade.
On top of the tanks. That's a lot of probes going down.
I think Byun definitely got his money's worth, and this time we're actually prepared to use the battle report. Amazing. Shift B for you, Symphonic, in case you need to know that.
Got it, thank you.
Yeah, and 8 probes skilled here. 9 stalkers as well.
Yeah. Gives Byun a worker lead at the moment. To quickly address your question about the Ravens, it's something that theoretically should work, I guess, in any matchup. But yeah, so against Disruptors, using Interference Matrices, same thing against Colossi, it can work. But against Blink Stalkers, it can be a little bit tricky. If you lose the Ravens, you are sacrificing on Medivacs and Viking production. But anyway, Byun is up in the main base.
Getting that High Templar to begin with is very, very nice. Gets a lot of probes on the way out. The Widow Mine almost did the same thing again, like we talked about. But yeah, it looks like Classic is cleaning this up, but not without taking a good amount of damage.
Definitely. Excellent positioning there by Byun to get just in the middle of those minerals. He really maximized his value. I do believe at this point he does know that High Templar are in play.
There's another one. Good pulling away again from Classic, of course. He's like a master of doing this. I've actually never seen him take really bad hits. Not twice in a row, at least.
Yeah, he is doing a very good job there. Unfortunately, I think he is going to have to deal with a very difficult push here. Coming across the center of the map right now. He has 4 High Templar. 2 of them, though, are sort of warding off the 2 Medivacs of Byun up in the main, and I don't know if he's going to have a substantial enough army to take the army of Byun, which has arrived at his natural.
Maybe if he brings everything together, then he has a pretty good chance, but the Stalkers are engaging. Okay, great storm on the choke point, actually. Just about not hitting that mine, but enough to make the infantry run away a bit. They can still reach the high ground. There's quite a few buildings here. Getting the Cyber Core especially would be huge, so that there's no more Stalkers.
For sure.
Wait, does the triple pronged attack at the same time? The Widow Mines have gotten something done in the third base, not too much. Attacking the main at the same time as well, with the infantry units remaining there.
Yeah, this is just a wild attack here from Byun. 3 places at the same time. Classic did, I just managed to catch it quickly. He did manage to split, hold his probes again to avoid damage from that Widowmine attack at the third. But as you pointed out, he was being attacked on the front, and then also had those 2 Medivacs dive in at the back of the main too.
That Widowmine right at the rocks. So funny. Anyway, big attack coming down again. All the Medivacs without energy after the Templar's feedback. But that's so many Marauders, and Classic just has to type at 170 plus supply versus under 100. Yeah, rough stuff. Great game 1 though.
Yeah, great game 1. and I think it was a game that was primarily made up of, a bunch of edges that snowballed. Byun got a bunch of edges, kept snowballing them. I don't think there was any single huge victory that he got, but he was able to transform a bunch of smaller victories into the ultimate win.
Huge thank you to Army Man, who is supporting us on Patreon at level 7. Your contribution single-handedly covers one of our minor events every month. Our patrons enable us to make better content, host larger events, and to give more back to the community. Our next Patreon goal is at $300. It will allow us to maintain our current event budget. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.